Over the past 6 weeks, you may have noticed I haven't been posting many YouTube videos or much on social media. I was still coaching my clients every day, and I even recorded a couple of podcasts, but I intentionally stepped away from creating regular content because I was focused on something much bigger. Over the past 6 weeks, I bought this travel trailer, moved from my condo on a golf course in Fort Myers, Florida, to the Savannah, Georgia area, learned an entirely new way of living, and completely redesigned my life. Today, I want to tell you why. Because this isn't really a story about a travel trailer. It's a story about intentionally designing your life around what matters. And I believe that's one of the most important principles of mental strength. Just a couple of months ago, I was living in a beautiful condo on a golf course in Fort Myers. I loved living there. There was nothing wrong with it. It was comfortable. It was familiar. From the outside, it probably looked like I had exactly the life I wanted. But I kept asking myself one question. If I can design my life from scratch today, what would it look like? The answer surprised me. It wasn't about finding a different place to live. It was about creating a life that was more aligned with what matters most. As I thought about that question, two priorities became crystal clear. The first was my daughter. She's 12 years old and lives here in the Savannah area. These years are priceless. I wanted to be here, not just for birthdays or holidays. I wanted to watch her grow up. I wanted to be there for her volleyball. I wanted to spend ordinary Tuesday afternoons together. Because one day she'll be an adult, and these years will be gone forever. The second priority was Starkamind. This isn't just my business, it's my mission. Helping athletes, executives, leaders, and anyone who wants to become mentally stronger is what I believe I'm here to do. I want to create more, coach more, write more, reach more people. Once those two priorities became clear, every other decision started becoming easier. When I first decided to move to the Savannah area, my original plan was to either buy a condo or rent an apartment. That's what most people would do. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized I was trying to solve the wrong problem. I wasn't looking for another place to live. I was trying to design a life. I knew I'd spend about 9 months each year here in Savannah, and the summers back in Fort Myers. If I bought another condo, I'd have 2 homes to manage. If I rented an apartment, I'd have to furnish it, get everything exactly the way I wanted, and then decide what to do with everything every summer before doing it all over again the following year. Then one day, it hit me. Why was I designing my life around real estate instead of around my mission? That's when everything changed. The travel trailer wasn't a compromise. It was actually the perfect solution. Instead of creating 2 different lives, I created one life that moves with me. Everything I need is here. My office, my routines, my workspace, my kitchen. Everything has a place. Everything is familiar. When it's time to head back to Fort Myers, I hook up to my Cybertruck and take my home with me. When it's time to return to Savannah, I do the same thing. Instead of rebuilding my life every year, I built one life that moves with me. Most people look at a travel trailer and see a camper. I don't. I see intentionality. Every cabinet has a purpose. Every drawer has a purpose. Every decision inside this trailer was made intentionally. Not because organization is the goal, because clarity is. One thing I've learned from coaching professional athletes over the past 3 decades is this: your environment matters. It either supports your goals or quietly works against them. High performers don't leave their environment to chance. They intentionally build an environment that makes success more likely. This desk is where Starkamind is going to continue to grow. This is where I'll coach clients. This is where I'll record videos. This is where I'll write. This is where new ideas will come to life. People often think success comes from working harder. Sometimes it does, but many times success comes from intentionally designing your life so you can consistently do your best work. If there's one idea I'd like you to remember from this video, it's this: high performers don't just set goals. They intentionally design their lives so achieving those goals becomes the natural outcome. That's what this trailer represents. It's not about living in an RV. It's not about camping. It's not even about changing where I live. It's about intentionally changing how I live. Every major decision I made over the past 6 weeks was designed around 2 priorities: being the best father I can be and building Starkamind into everything I believe it can become. When those 2 priorities became crystal clear, every other decision became easier. I'm excited to be back creating content. Over the next several months, I'm going to share the mental performance tools, strategies, and lessons I've learned from coaching professional athletes, executives, and leaders. My goal is simple: to help you perform at your best when it matters most. If you've been following Starkamind, thank you for sticking with me. I genuinely believe this next chapter is going to be the best one yet. I'll see you in the next video.